Whoa, a game where you can fight with Power Rangers? You know what that means, don't you? It's morphin' time!
Zombie apocalypse.
Hello, it's TheVeryBigFish here, TheVeryBigFish, and today I'm bringing something new to the channel, mobile game reviews. And what better to start off with than something that is very geeky and nostalgic like myself, but the new Power Rangers Legacy Wars game. The game that lets you play fighting Power Rangers on the shitter. Okay, so it's my first time doing this, so I've got some notes. I'll see them there. Fair few notes right there. I'm going to go through 3 different topics: graphics, gameplay, and how much of a pain in the arse the microtransactions can be. Because most of these games I'm going to review, they're mostly going to be freemium games. So let's start with the graphics. The graphics in this game are very good. Some of the best textures that I've seen in a mobile game, well, that I've played anyway. The Rangers and the bad guys and all the characters in this game, they're all very highly detailed, as well as the sets, the different maps that you play in. They've got a good amount of detail to them, and references obviously to the original series and the new film. However, there are some minor glitches. You get some of them glitches up in here, and this seems to include floating Power Rangers. They seem to like get stuck and like cramped, and then they kind of like can't move as well, if you know what I mean. Like they punch and they still do the same amount of damage, but they just seem to look a bit, if you know what I mean. It's just a bit awkward. Like the movements that they make are awkward, but they still make contact as they would do normally. So it's nothing major, nothing game breaking as far as glitches go. Although there was this one time I beat a guy, and then he kind of like kept going, and then I switched my bodies with my assist character, and then yeah, it's really strange. But as I say, nothing on there interrupts any of the gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, what a segue to our next section. The game is simple, but still you need skill in this game for you to actually manage to beat anything or anyone. It's an online PvP game, and it has a sort of a rock, paper, scissors format to it, but not as simple as. So as far as the rock, paper, scissors concept goes, you have 3 sections: striker, or strike, breaker, and defend. Now, strike beats breaker, breaker beats defend, defend beats strike, and so on and so forth. But this is well enough on paper, but when it comes to practicality in the game, it's slightly different. You might attack with a breaker attack, which take longer and do more damage, but somebody might attack you at the same time with a strike attack, which is supposed to beat a breaker attack. But sometimes, just sometimes, you might be a little bit faster. So it's not always, and you might wipe them out. So it's not always guaranteed that you're going to get, that smackdown, if you know what I mean. And it might happen to you. You might go like to punch, and you're like, oh shit, strike, and you go to strike, and you don't. You just get wiped out. The combos in this game can be very frustrating as well when you're being pounded on, but it looks really cool, and when you're doing the pounding, damn, spank that ass. And with the controls, they're very simple, but you can find yourself tripping up, especially if you're just a beginner. You might go to block breakers or strikes, and you end up getting in a bit of a kerfuffle with yourself and getting fairly frustrated. But it's nothing to worry about, because as soon as you get in the gist of things, like for example, I've finally unlocked the original Red Ranger to play as, and you kind of find what type of class you should play as. There's 3 classes, I think: speed, attacker, and defender, all in this balanced. And determining on your playstyle, you'll find out which one of these is the best. Like for example, on mine, my favourite character to play as I just mentioned is Jason Lee Scott, the Red Ranger, the original Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin. Now he's my favourite character to play as. He's an attacker, but his moves are quick, which is why he's an attacker, but you get less chance of getting defense, which can find, you know, it can be very frustrating. But, as I say, you get used to the controls, you get used to the different characters and the different move sets and all the different things that they can do. And it all combines to make a great game there. Now, the next gameplay aspect of it is the assist characters. Now, you make a squad of 3 rangers, your leader, and 2 assists. Now, for example, in the class that you're going to see in any of the footage on this video, is the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Pink Ranger from Zeo, and some bad guy from, I think it's Super Mega Force, I don't know, or it might be Ninja Storm. But yeah, for example, the Pink Ranger, she throws a shield and it just looks super cool. Like she throws a shield, kind of like Captain America, she throws one, bounces back, she throws it again, she does a front flip and then throws it again. It's all really cool, and it all, as I say, just mashes together perfectly. This perfect little game to make the perfect Power Rangers fighting game that I've seen. And I think the only thing you can compare it to really would be the Marvel's Contest of Champions or whatever it's called. I'll give that a go, and this, for me, this game definitely blows it out of the water. Now this is the part where I need my notes a little bit more. Freemium is what this section is called. Basically, this is where I break down the pros, well, a little bit about the in-game purchases and microtransactions, if you will. Now it is a free-to-play game, as I mentioned, so there's a lot of these. You get morph boxes after every game, but you can only hold up to 4. Now you can unlock these normally. Like for example, the noble morph box, which is the bottom, like the normal one, like the average morph box. That takes 3 hours, I think. I don't know if it gets longer with length, along with the different leagues you play in. But the noble morph box, for example, you get characters in, and you get like crystals and coins. Now the characters, you have to unlock ever so many different characters. Like you might get 25 common characters in a League 3. From winning a League 3 or a League 4 game, you'll get 25 of the certain characters. So let's say you need, for every character you need 10 character shards to unlock that character. So you get 25 in one game for this character, like this random guy. It might be the Pink Ranger, the Red Ranger, whatever. You'll get 25 and you'll be able to unlock him straight away. And that doesn't cost anything. Unlocking, you've got the cards, that's the shards, sorry, you've got them. It's fine, you don't need anything else to actually unlock the character. But when it comes to upgrading, you need coins. Now the coins, you get 3 or 4, maybe 5 of them a game, so that's no problem. And you get more out of the morph boxes as well as the one that you get 2 every 4 hours as well, I think. Or is it, yeah, you get 1 every 4 hours, and you always get coins and crystals. Now the crystals are the ones that you pay for. You don't have to pay for them, you do get 2 or 3 every 4 hours, but you will, like if you want to progress faster, if you want to get the Green Ranger, you're gonna have to buy crystals or, to upgrade characters faster, to make them stronger, and to make them, make you have more health as a fighter, because you have health, and the more all the different Power Rangers add up to make a health pool. What a shit superhero name, health pool. But all that set aside, that's the only thing you need money for. You buy crystals, you buy more different types of morph boxes, or you just unlock them and wait for them, or you buy crystals and unlock them instead of waiting for them. Simple, right? You also get a corruption box, which comes around every every 12 hours you get a corruption box, and you need to make, the more damage you inflict, the closer it gets to unlocking. You can't actually unlock that by any other way that I know of, but you get more of your rare characters in there, and it's really good. But all that set aside, all the buying of the boxes, that's it. Now if you can get past that little lump, then you've got a great game, and I mean a fucking fantastic game. I've played games before in the past, and every time you go into like a game, like a battle or whatever, always spend energy points or energon points in the Transformers game. I can't remember what the Transformers game was called, but it was like a strategy game. I think it might be in Marvel's Contest of Champions. You get energy points, and every time you do a battle, you lose energy points. Now in this game, you don't have any of those, and that is fantastic, because that's one of the reasons why I don't like some freemium games, because you have to battle, you have to pay or wait for these to refill, kind of like lives in that fucking fake Bejeweled game, Candy Crush. You don't need to get them. That you always got. Well, you don't have anything. You just play. Simple as that. The only thing stopping you from playing more would be, I've filled up my 4 Morphbox slots, and so what? Other than that, the one and only thing. No, that's it. That's all the freemium stuff in the game. There's nothing else for me to explain there. So I'm going to give any game that I review a score out of 5. And now I'm going to give this a fantastic 4, because it is just, it's fucking brilliant. It's so addictive. And as I say, you don't need to wait for your games to recharge before you can go into more battles. And you're playing people from all over the world, not to mention the connection is fine. I've not had any problems with the servers, and if I have, it's not been with the game, it's been with my Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi at work, or 4G signal when I'm out and about. And it plays very well. There are glitches, but they're not game breaking, and to be honest, they're pretty hilarious. And there isn't too much freemium stuff to get in the way of playing this fantastic, well built, really good, put together, graphically fantastic mobile Power Rangers fighting game. What more do you want? Especially if you're a kid from the 90s, like myself. This has been The Big Fish here, The Very Big Fish. Remember, if you like this video, to smack that like button and subscribe. I am going to try and upload more of these. I'm going to try and do one every week. Probably going to be closer to every 2 weeks. I need to play these. I need to play these games first, right? But yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter at TheVeryBigFish. Tweet at me there. Tell me what games, mobile games, you think I should play in the comments below, or on Twitter, as I just said. Yeah, and I'll see you later. Peace. Oh, by the way, I prefer the Green Ranger.